our longest trusted English newspaper since 1898. Now available digitally. Computer. Order the Manila Times Digital Edition. Subscribed. Get the Manila Times Digital Edition for less than 2 pesos and 50 centavos per day when you sign up for 1 year. The Manila Times, news source of choice, trusted since 1898.
Good day. Here are the top stories of the Manila Times for Thursday, June 23, 2022. Give workers second booster. Presidential Advisor for Entrepreneurship Jose Maria Joey Concepcion III on Wednesday urged the government to approve second booster shots for employees who are now keeping our economy afloat. The Go Negosyo founder made the appeal following the decision of the Health Technology Assessment Council or HTAC to allow the recommendation of COVID-19 booster shots for immunocompromised minors ages 12 to 17. Concepcion said vaccinations have a high acceptance rate among employees, that the private sector already has its own supply of vaccines. Moreover, he said that the majority have already taken their first booster shots and may already be in need of second boosters. Allowing second boosters for this segment will bring many benefits, Concepcion said. Immunocompromised teens get booster shots. The Philippines has started the administration of COVID-19 vaccine booster to immunocompromised adolescents ages 12 to 17. Members of the group are eligible to receive their first booster shot 28 days after they got their primary doses. The government initiated the campaign as 32 additional BA.5 Omicron subvariant cases were reported in the country on Wednesday, the highest number of subvariant detections in a sequencing run. The Western Visayas region recorded 21 cases of BA.5, while 4 each were detected in the National Capital Region and Calabarzon, Cavite, Laguna, Batangas, Rizal, and Quezon. Central Luzon recorded 3 cases. Health Undersecretary Maria Rosario Vergere said 9 of 21 cases from Western Visayas were detected in a workplace cluster and 3 in a household cluster. All but 2 of the cases were fully vaccinated. 1 was partially vaccinated, while the remaining 1 was unverified. A total of 22 displayed mild symptoms, 5 were asymptomatic, and 5 are yet to be verified for manifestation of the disease. Vergere said that while there is a sustained increase in the number of infections, the number of severe and critical cases remains stable and will not translate to more hospitalizations. 1,000 dead in Afghanistan quake. A powerful earthquake struck a rural, mountainous region of eastern Afghanistan early Wednesday, killing 1,000 people and injuring 1,500 more in one of the deadliest tremors in decades, the state-run news agency reported. Officials warned that the already grim toll may still rise. Information remains scarce on the magnitude 6.1 tremor near the Pakistani border, but quakes of that strength can cause severe damage in an area where homes and other buildings are poorly constructed and landslides are common. Experts put the depth at just 10 kilometers or 6 miles. Another factor that could lead to severe destruction. The disaster posed a major test for the Taliban-led government, which seized power last year as the US planned to pull out from the country and its longest war, 2 decades after toppling the same insurgents in the wake of the 9/11 attacks. Neighboring Pakistan's meteorological department said the quake's epicenter was in Afghanistan's Paktika province, some 50 kilometers or 31 miles southwest of the city of Khost. Buildings were also damaged in Khost province and tremors were felt some 375 kilometers or 230 miles away in the Pakistani capital of Islamabad. TNT Forum tackles manufacturing in the Philippines. Titled Repurposing Industry for Retooling the Economy, the Manila Times Forum today will highlight growth prospects in the manufacturing sector. Trade Secretary Ramon Lopez is optimistic that the Philippine manufacturing industry, one of the biggest drivers of the country's economic growth, will return to its robust pre-pandemic state. Today's forum speakers include Philippine Chamber of Commerce and Industry President George Barcelon and Department of Trade and Industry DTI Undersecretary Dr. Rafaelita Aldaba, moderated by the Manila Times editors Conrad Carino and Fort Villaseran. The forum will be available for public viewing from 10 a.m. to 12 noon via the Manila Times Facebook page, as well as its YouTube and Daily Motion channels. Philippines budget deficit seen shrinking. The Philippine national government's budget deficit is expected to shrink this year and the next, Fitch Solutions said, which bodes well for debt sustainability. The research company said in a report released on Wednesday that it now anticipates the Philippines' fiscal shortfall as a percentage of gross domestic product or GDP to be 7.5% in 2022 and 6.2% in 2023, down from 8.6% in 2021. The Fitch Group unit said the forecasts have been revised down from its previous estimate of 8.1% in 2022 and 6.7% in 2023 after the release of the National Budget Memorandum or NBM last June 9, detailing the fiscal aggregates, which are approved by the Development Budget Coordination Committee or DBCC on May 24. The Philippines will begin prioritizing fiscal consolidation in 2022, according to the NBM, with an aim of reducing the fiscal deficit to 4.1% by 2025. Topping sports, Tim Cohn joins Philippines team coaching staff. Just like old times, TNT coach Chot Reyes and Ginebra coach Tim Cohn will be working together to steer the Philippine men's basketball team in the 2023 World Cup, where the country is co-hosting the event with Japan and Indonesia. Reyes, head coach of the Gilas Pilipinas program, buried this after he received his 6th Coach of the Year award from the PBA press corps on Tuesday night. Reyes, who owns a PBA record 6 Coach of the Year awards, has reached out to his old friend Cohn, the winningest coach in PBA history with 24 championships and the only mentor to win 2 Grand Slams. So Reina makes winning return. Serena Williams made a winning comeback after a year on the sidelines as the American legend teamed with Ons Jabeur to beat Sara Sorribes Tormo and Marie Boskova 2-6, 6-3, 13-11 in the Eastbourne International Doubles on Tuesday, Wednesday in Manila. Williams, a 23-time Grand Slam singles champion, was back in action for the first time since she made a tearful exit from Wimbledon last year. The 40-year-old suffered a leg injury during her Wimbledon first-round match against Alexandra Sasnovich and had not been seen on court since. Before Williams made the surprise announcement for her return last week, rumors of retirement had swirled around her for several months. But Wimbledon starting on June 27, Williams finally resumed her career, playing with Jabeur at the Wimbledon warm-up event by the Sussex seaside. The Times, in its editorial, lauds the Asian Development Bank and the Japan International Cooperation Agency for their willingness to take a substantial risk in the Philippines in helping to completely transform the country's underdeveloped public transportation infrastructure. Read the full version in the opinion section of the paper's print and digital editions, or listen to the voice of the Times. Featured columnists in front page are Antonio Contreras, Yen Macabenta, and Danton Remoto. Contreras writes about the real victims of political turmoil, citing a martial law under the regime the late Ferdinand Marcos Sr., Makabenta on Between Campaigning and Governing, and Danton Remoto on Jal Lailo, the Filipino who was shot by a gunman in Philadelphia on June 20 and who was his friend and colleague. For more news and information, read the Manila Times on print, subscribe to its digital edition, or log on to www.manilatimes.net. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, and keep up with the Times. This is Christian Crow Maghanoy reporting.